Find us on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/Magnolia Cafe. Any additional activity on Facebook this morning, Tanya?
Not so far. Of course, I've only been to find out more information. Just go to Facebook and find us.
With us this morning, Jess Todtfeld, who is a media and communication consultant and president of Success in Media. He helps companies and some stars control their image. And obviously, several stars needed some of your help in 2010. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning. Great to be here.
Where are you today?
I'm in New York City.
All right.
Yes.
Preparing for some more snow, I understand.
It is already starting outside our window here, but that's okay. We try not to be afraid of some snow, just a little snow.
Yeah, maybe it won't pile up on you like it did this past time.
I know. They had a little trouble. They made some bad media headlines in terms of our politicians here.
Now, but before we jump into 2011, let's look back at 2010 for a second.
Sure.
Your top 5 media winners.
Yes.
Who were they and why?
Well, I should say the way I picked this, and every year I do a media winners and losers list, and I'm a media consultant. I help companies to do a better job with their image, but this is a fun thing I get to do. But these are people who were in headlines often and either came out at the end of the year on top or on the bottom. So yes, the top 5. So Katy Perry made the list, and you may remember she was cut from Sesame Street. You'd think that would be terrible, right? If you're not good enough to make the cut on Sesame Street, it was really parents who were upset because they thought she was dressing a little racy. But she really...
Well, that was all Elmo's fault, you know?
It was Elmo's fault. You could tell the way he had the googly eyes. But those are his normal eyes. See, people didn't know that. But yeah, she ended up coming out on top because she just went about it with class. She didn't make a big deal. Next thing you know, she's on Saturday Night Live doing a little spoof of it. Her record sales really went up as a result, and lots of invitations to award shows, and just really ended up doing well for her. It was great for her in 2010. You want a few other names of people who were winners last year?
Yeah.
Well,
take us to Sandra Bullock.
Yes, Sandra Bullock. So Sandra Bullock, of course, she won an Academy Award, but her big Academy Award-winning performance was as herself last year. And you may remember she had that publicly humiliating story of her husband. I say story. To us it's a story. To her it was her life. But her husband was cheating on her, Jesse James. And
hold on, Jeff.
Yeah.
We play that every time you mention Jesse James.
You mean Jesse James? You know I can't not bring it up now. I'll just completely destroy the whole timing of your show. All right, I guess we already played it. We're good for that. Okay, so yes, she ended up coming out on top at the end of the year because she didn't play into it. Every time they ever mention her in headlines, they bring her up as America's sweetheart. So she's going to be thrown many more big roles over the next year. You know, she's had some hit or misses with her career, but America loves her. And somebody else, Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, don't you think people come out better when they don't avoid the issue, when they hit it head on, like Katy Perry kind of making fun of the Elmo thing on Saturday Night Live, and
you are so right.
Funny speeches about her personal life.
You are so right. But the two of you see this day in and day out. So the two of you could be out next to me as media consultants, explaining to people that this is how it works. This is exactly how it works. You really have to come out that way, but not everybody realizes that people like, say, a Tiger Woods were running for 3 months before apologizing, and he still hasn't been able to fix his image.
Yeah.
He's got to do something for us to have a new image of him. We keep thinking of him running around in hotel rooms and sending secret text messages. We need something to erase it. The good news is the American public has a short attention span. So if these stars do something new, we'll forget. We will, unless the last image that we have in our brain is of them doing something bad. By the way, last year's number one. Yeah, should I jump into who was last year's number one media winner?
Yeah.
It was the Magnolia Cafe. No, I'm just kissing up right now. I have to do that. It's just of course, I want to mention who, so you'll play the music. But no, I'm going to jump over to Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
So whether you love Lady Gaga or not, or you love her or hate her taste in clothing, like the frozen section of your local market, she just managed to stay on the top part of the curve when it came to being in the media last year, meaning there was no backlash. There were some minor little things, but no real backlash. She was just getting great headlines. People continued to buy her albums and her songs, and she just had an amazing year, both in terms of sales but media-wise. So it was a good year.
Well, I think she's just so incredibly talented. I think people just overlook some of the craziness because she really is talented.
I completely agree with you. And I went out and bought her double album, or it was the last two albums. And you know what? I'm going to buy the next one. Because, yeah, I think she is talented, and she's doing something a little bit different. Kind of like an Andy Warhol. I put her in that category. I'll be so bold to say that.
Yeah.
But you know what was...
2011.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Well, a kind of a fun thing, before we jump into 2011, it's kind of a fun thing are some of those losers. And at least the last two losers are worth bringing up. Should I bring them up? Now you can't not let me do it. Mel Gibson for his creepy phone rants last year.
Yeah.
Wow. That is hard to come back from. And he did awfully in the media last year, and it certainly hurt his movie career. The only thing I can really see right now is maybe a buddy movie with Michael Richards, maybe Lethal Weapon 5. If I can say that. But he really needs to do something to fix his career, and he's in no rush to do it. And he had to split all those millions with his soon-to-be ex-wife.
And number one is a native Mississippian, I understand.
Yes, exactly. Brett Favre, for not only his flailing football skills. He was on the Jets here in New York for a little while, and he didn't do such a hot job. But what was bigger than that? His TMI, too much information, texting or sexting, as they call it, phone pictures that he was sending through of, his man parts. We didn't... Oh, if only I didn't Google that. I wish I could erase that from my brain. But a media loser for last year. Not good. Objects in phone pictures tend to be smaller than in actual real life. Just wanted to say that. Yeah. But 2011 is going to be a big year.
Maybe you can get a spokesman job for Homeland Security and airports.
That could be his next move. I was predicting that he was going to be spending a lot of time at home or in the doghouse because he is a married man. Last I heard.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's going to be changing in 2011.
Mm-hmm. It could. He's got a lot of apologizing to do. He's got a lot of splaining to do, as they say.
Yeah, and a lot of jewelry to buy.
A lot of that's been the old that's what Tiger Woods said too. He got caught saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull a Kobe on this one," meaning I'm gonna have to go out and buy a big, huge ring for his wife, and then they come out and they smile. The wives, poor wives, I feel bad for them. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that's what we see in the news. What are you gonna do? But 2011, a big year ahead. We're gonna see some good stories. Should I tell you? I don't know how much time you have.
We got about 3 minutes or so.
Okay, 30 minutes. All right, I got a lot to say. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. That's called being a media hog on my side. I'm teasing. Okay. Well, this year, of course, an easy one. When it comes to predictions, I'm gonna stack the deck in my favor. Lindsay Lohan will be in and out of rehab. All right, I got it out of the way. That's called stacking a deck. But Paula Abdul, she will be back on top of the world. Still drunk, by the way. She'll still be drunk, but she will. She will be back on top of the world. She's got a new show coming out where she's judging dance competitions. We're going to remember why we loved her because she's a train wreck. But you know what? She's a real person. She's a real human. She comes out and she cries and says ridiculous things, kind of like our families at Christmas and Thanksgiving. So we're going to see that.
Yeah, she goes crazy in airports just like the rest of us.
Exactly. Well, I try to hold back a tiny bit. I try not to make headlines at airports. But, you know, the thing is, we don't expect too much from her, so we don't hold it against her. If something like that happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. David Hasselhoff, by the way, I'm going to predict more viral videos.
Woohoo!
We saw him on the floor eating a hamburger when he was, a little intoxicated. I really hope he gets his act together, though. What was that?
Let's jump to Betty White.
Oh, yes.
Well,
we love Betty White.
Yes, we do.
She is sweet. She's very sweet. And she has had so many opportunities come her way. I'm going to make a prediction. You may not know this, but she's a veterinarian in her part-time. I don't know if she has free time or part-time or whatever it is, but that's what she does. She's a veterinarian. I'm going to predict a reality show on the Pet Network. I have no information on this, but I'm going to say that she would say no at any point to a reality show, but if it can come to helping pets, she's very passionate about that. I bet we see that. And somebody else when it comes to reality shows, Bristol Palin or Willow Palin. I don't think we've heard the last of the Palin family. I think we're going to see them either with another show or more book deals. Maybe one of them will run for public office.
Yeah, it'll be like the Kardashian sisters.
They are so on that path outside of the sex tape, by the way. That was the end for the Kardashians. Let's say not with that, but they are completely on that path, and I think we're going to hear definitely more from them.
Hey, Jess?
Yes.
We need a website from you. Give us the website.
PRmarketinginsider.com, as in public relations. PR Marketing Insider.
We are out of time. We certainly appreciate you joining us from New York this morning.
Always fun, guys.
Hope you don't have a blizzard.
Well, my kids are wishing that they would have one, so, well, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Have a great morning.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.